Hey there, good evening and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we are doing our series, which is my 28 favorite rock albums from 1975. Why 1975? Well, 1975 was the first kind of year that I started listening to music and got my first kind of rock album, which was Kiss Alive. Today we are doing my second, this is day 2, so we're doing our 27th favorite album of the month, and that will be a band called Lynyrd Skynyrd. The album is called Nothing Fancy. So for some reason I thought that Nuthin was the second part. So yeah, Nothing Fancy is the album. Kind of a, I think of it as kind of a rocking but bluesy album. Like quite a bit of blues on the album, rhythm and blues if you prefer. Yeah, a lot of kind of rock and bluesy stuff on here. Ronnie Van Zant, who's the singer on the band, sometimes he kind of reminds me. He has that kind of sound to his voice, especially the bluesy parts that remind me of Mick Jagger. I don't know why that is, it just always has. So this album has basically 8 tracks on it. The performing musician, it came out in, the date that it was released was March the 24th, 1975. It's about 37 minutes in length, on the MCA label and produced by Al Cooper, I believe. Yeah, Al Cooper. So anyways, we have the band members. I'm just going to give you the list of them. Just want to get it up here. So Ronnie Van Zant on lead vocals, Gary Rosington, Alan Collins and Ed King all on guitars. You have Leon Wilkinson on bass guitar, Artemis Pyle on drums and percussion, and Billy Powell on the keyboards. And in addition to that, they have a few extras on here, which are you got Barry Howard on mandolin, Jimmy Hall on harmonica, David Foster on piano, and Bobby Hall on percussion. So a fairly full roster of musicians. There are 8 tracks on the album, and plus, but this particular one, there's an extra 2, and I believe they're both live. Yeah, they're both live tracks, the bonus tracks on the album. So basically, the thing that drew me to this album was the song Saturday Night Special, which opens the album. This is one of my favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd songs. It's a song I always like to listen to when I'm going to Lynyrd Skynyrd. I look for albums with it on it. I have a greatest hits that I play all the time. That's one of the tracks I never skip. I really like it. Pretty heavy rockin' song, I think. And you have then you have Cheatin' Woman, Railroad Song, and I'm a Country Boy all on the same side, because this is the time of albums, of course. Sorry. All pretty rockin' songs. I like them all. They got some blues in them, but they're kind of rockin' songs. And then the flip side, side 2, On the Hunt, Am I a Loser, Made in the Shade, and Whiskey Rock and Roller. Yeah, some rockin' stuff here, but some more bluesy too. I think it's a little more bluesy this side of the album. I like the side A a little better than side B, which isn't uncommon. A lot of albums, the better material is often on the A side, but it's not always that way, but in a lot of cases it is. It's a pretty solid album. If you're looking to get into that southern rock kind of feel, this is the band, one of the bands that you should be looking at. And they definitely are very southern sounding on this album. They fit right in with that genre perfectly. So if you're thinking this is not a bad album to start out with, I think this is like their 3rd or 4th studio album. Can't quite remember, but yeah, pretty solid album here. Let's just check and see which one it is. Might as well. We got the time and the money, right? So to speak. Yeah, this is their 3rd studio album. They had 2 previous ones. I really think this one is when they really start to come together. I think the next few are pretty strong as well. But this one, with that Saturday Night Special starting out, that is just a fantastic tune. Always been one of my 2 or 3 favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd songs. It's just because it's so hard rocking. So anyway, so I chose Lynyrd Skynyrd for this spot based on the strength of listening to this album the last couple days. I think it just nudged out a few people to get into this spot. Could have gone a little bit higher. I actually had it placed maybe 25th or 26th, but I moved a couple of albums up that I just thought it were just a little bit better after listening to it. And yeah, so fantastic album. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like and subscribe. Whatever comments you want to make about the album or about the different players on the album or anything, or even give me your list of what you like on this album. That would be great. Or what your pick for the day would be. Like if you were doing your top 28, what would you pick for today? So anyways, I hope you, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the album. Please subscribe. It's much appreciated. And this will come out tomorrow morning on February the 2nd at the time that most of these usually come out at 8 a.m. And we'll see you soon. So have yourself a good night. Take care.